There's no one type of homeless person. There's no one thing that causes people to be homeless. So many different experiences of trauma nudge people into that dark place.
We say that the cause of homelessness is a lack of support, a lack of housing, and a lack of social networks or a safety net.
I'm Adam Clark. I am the Community Outreach Specialist at Flood Ministries. I think I went into engaging with people experiencing homelessness assuming that they were going to be volatile, extremely pessimistic, extremely broken, and I didn't find that to be true. The majority of people that I engaged with were just very thankful for me even acknowledging their presence, because society has dehumanized homelessness so much.
A lot of people just immediately associate homelessness with mental illness or addiction, which certainly there is that component amongst the unsheltered population. But there's also people falling into homelessness for the very first time. I'm Heather Kimmel. I'm the Assistant Executive Director at the Housing Authority of the County of Kern. Homelessness is complex, and so there has to be many different approaches in solving it. So permanent supportive housing is one of those interventions. It is where you take a homeless individual directly from where they are, you place them into permanent housing, and then you wrap intensive services around them where they are, place-based services. Individuals aren't going to begin to heal or recover unless their basic needs are met: food, water, and shelter.
So typically in any given year, we have between 2,000 to about 2,200 folks who experience homelessness for the first time. And of that group, usually we would be seeing between 10 to 30% of those needing something like permanent supportive housing as their housing solution for them. My name is Anna Lavin, and I'm the Executive Director for the Bakersfield-Kern Regional Homeless Collaborative. So someone with a disability or an elderly person, or they may be experiencing mental health disorders, those folks are likely to need ongoing stability, ongoing services that help them address those needs. And that's exactly what permanent supportive housing does.
Permanent supportive housing provides people who've experienced homelessness sometimes the first opportunity to be in a safe space, to have security, when they sleep and when they act. And for a lot of people, that's the beginning process of healing. Because if you don't feel safe in your environment, you're not going to be thinking about healing. You're going to be in fight or flight. One of the big components of getting housed as a homeless person is that relationship building practice, really, to build the person up to even be in a place where they can transition into a house.
The supportive service staff, the case managers, first understand what that person is dealing with, what their barriers are, what are the experiences that they have had that have led them to homelessness.
We're not just taking them and saying, hey, here's a house, deal with it, figure it out. We're saying, hey, here's a house, also what do you need help with? Whether it's mental health, whether it's substance abuse, basic things like me and you feel like doing laundry, stuff like that, we help them with that. My name is Will Triplett, and I am the Milestone Aftercare Supervisor. Any kind of life skill pretty much that they need help with is what we're here to assist them with.
First, just a safe haven. That's what I think permanent supportive housing is, a safe haven. They know this is a permanent place for them to stay. My name is Sharonda Matthews. I work for the Housing Authority of the County of Kern, and I'm a housing manager here for Milestone Union. I have a lot of interaction with the tenants on a daily basis. They may come in and needing, work order repairs done in their unit. They also come in sometimes to, pay rent and things like that.
In 90 days, we were able to lift up and convert 150 units to permanent supportive housing. And we've never seen that in our community before. We have an ongoing need. Folks become homeless all of the time. And so we continue to need to develop additional permanent supportive housing year after year in order to serve the community and the needs that we have.
Housing solves homelessness. And then when you have the support in place, it is a long-term solution and people don't experience it again. We have over a 90% success rate in the PSH model because it is place-based services where you are creating a home for somebody where they can live as long as they choose to. If we want to make the biggest impact in reducing homelessness in our community, PSH is the best way to stretch our dollars.
Being rejected and then being shown grace ignites this fire within them to want to thrive.
I would say that the quality of life definitely goes up. Participants waking up with a smile every day. And that sounds very small, but that is one of the biggest things for me coming here, because I know starting off with this place, we didn't have too many smiles.
So let's take your homeless neighbor who is suffering and make them a housed neighbor.